Ah, Erica is here. Erica, Erica is the one that put together that awesome boxing video that
No.
we did, where Sherry was reffing.
Oh.
Mhm. Erica says, "How are you, ladies?" I don't know if you can see the same messages as me.
I can.
Can't?
Yes.
Oh, you can. Okay. Majid keeps disconnecting. But anyways, we can just talk about what we're
All
doing.
the people who were on the end before. Okay.
Yeah.
Days.
Day 6. Hey, day 6. How are you? Um, hey. You waved at DC. Yeah. Oh my God. Obviously, we're very technically challenged here. Hi. So we're giving this a shot. Hi. Anita. There we go. So our plan was originally for me, Anita, Majid, and another colleague of mine, a friend, Bahar, who was not able to make it. Anita does, well, I'll let Anita explain what she does. But we all kind of got together because we have similar interests in that we want people, I guess, feel it's really important to have alternative ways of healing with depression, anxiety, any kind of mental health struggle. And that, sometimes traditional therapy may not work for everyone. There's Maj. Hi, Majid. Can you click your camera? Click on your camera. So we wanted to join, kind of just collaborate and see what we can do to help people feel better rather than just go to, therapy once or twice a week. Yeah. Okay. He's popping on right now. Accepted.
Yay.
There he is.
Driving.
Oh no. And Majid, you're driving safely, right?
Of course. Plus, I can always blame on Tesla, but I'm paying attention to the car. I am
Oh my
paying
gosh.
safe, and at the same time on the freeway, I'm autopilot, so I'm safe. But I'm still attention to the car. So yes, I don't allow anybody to do this. Now that I'm doing it, I'm paying attention. But I do listen. But I've been listening. I just got there. I just finished my earlier class, and I'm
good.
Catch up with me. What am I doing?
Good. Yeah, we were just kind of hanging out, waiting for people to show up. Some people Anita know, some I know, some are my friends, and so we're just waiting for you before we kind of really talk about what we're doing.
The
Did you
introduction.
guys lose me?
Yes, now you're.
Okay, I'm here.
We were just about to introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
Please.
Yeah.
Can you start with yourself and then, or maybe introduce everyone what we're doing here, what our purpose is? I think that will
Yes.
help. By the way, guys, it's our first time here, so please do tolerate our improper coordination when we talk to each other. So we please want to request this. Thank you for three-way talking. So thank you for accepting our patience with us.
Thank you. Yes, I agree.
Kim, introduce to us who was everybody, what we're doing, what is the purpose here?
Yeah, what is the purpose? So we've been kind of getting together, having these conversations and amazing conversations on how can we better help the community with their mental health struggles. It's been really hard the past few years, and not everyone feels comfortable going to therapy or or even doing traditional therapy. Hi, Suzette. And so we got together and thought, let's do something different. It's not going to be therapy. It's not going to be work, because I'm a licensed clinician. And I also have a degree with educational psychology. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to use that. And we're going to try this thing where we are going to, meet up with people once a week. And I think, and I'm speaking for myself, but I'm pretty sure Anita and Majid will agree to this, that I think a lot of the healing needs to take place outdoors, not indoors. We need to breathe air. We need to, get those chemicals flowing, and have real authentic conversations, and have movement. Since the pandemic, yes, you might go take a workout class and do something at home, but it's not the same as getting out into nature. And nature is, we feel very important as part of the healing process to help with anxiety and depression. And Erica is throwing her hands in the air saying, yes, she agrees. Hi, Suzette. Okay, so I'll let, I don't know, who wants to go next? Anita?
Hi, my name is Anita, and I'm a fitness trainer for the past 20 years. I am also a yoga instructor, currently studying Qigong, and I'm also a Mindology fitness trainer. So I am all about the mind, body, and the spirit.
Yes. And you are a private, you work privately. You don't work for a company. Right. I work for an organization that I'm not allowed to mention on here. But I also have private practice that I've been building up on the side. So I will be seeing, clients that need the help. So I'm only going to open that a few days a week, and I will be doing something else that can help people who may not have the money for therapy, who may struggle. I'm going to get into another thing that will help them get affordable therapy, so that they don't have to stress about the finances of getting help. It just goes around in a circle. But yeah, Erica, I can't say where exactly I work. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Your birthright, you should. We all should. So fitness, health, wellness.
Mm-hmm.
Put a price on good mental health, especially since the health crisis. Everybody's very tense. I've noticed everybody's stressed out. Everybody is like this. And right now we all need just to open up and breathe. Exhale. Get some fresh air. Nature is healing, like you mentioned. It's oxygen brain. A lot of us, we're very busy in our minds right now. We need to get out of our heads and into our bodies any way we can.
I agree. Absolutely. Like going into the ocean at 4 a.m. Imagine 5 a.m. The best. That was so awesome.
I am Majid, so let me introduce myself. I'm Majid Reif, and I'm a teacher in different ways. I studied martial arts for almost 30 plus years, 27 plus currently going as a professional. But before that, I started at a very young age. And I'm a teacher in life coaching and teaching people with physical behaviors. I can tell more in the past, but currently, like we all in the same program, there's so many people who need our help, and they're stuck in homes and stuck in finances and crisis. We decided to create a program for people who have access to information, and to all those people who have, I work, and like we all work for people who have So I'm very honored that I would want to dedicate this time for you guys and our services with every one of us. We're going to give our time and effort to make it possible for you that everyone has the equal right to have all the access. So yes, and And anything I can do, that I'm here for you guys. And as we all mentioned, we all come from different fields, and I do not have any psychology degree, just to let you know. I'm a teacher, and I've been training all around the world, from different parts of the world. I'm not saying any degrees, but I have a time spent in the world that I do in the art, and I'm so far very fortunate that people are very lucky hanging out with me, and I'm very lucky to hang out with them. So yes, and I'm happy to be supported. But before I go any further, my call will end around 7 because I have another call coming at 7. This was last minute call, so I said yes, I will take this call because I do have half an hour and I make it possible. Thanks for Kim for making this possible, and Anita to make it possible. I know we have one more girl who's supposed to be here, but she's stuck. Yeah,
right.
And she'll catch up with us next time. So, guys, I want you to start asking us questions, but the most of the topic that I want to start off with, we all feel that we are not in our right frame of mind, or just we feel stressed out because of the pandemic and the crisis and the finance. Just remember, you're not alone. We all are in with you. So when we share our pains and feelings with other people, we actually connect with them. And by sharing pain and agony or any frustrations, we actually take our burdens off our chest. And like Kim said, going out in nature is the biggest healer out there. God has provided for us. It's a natural remedy, a natural cure. Thousands of years warriors used to stay outside and travel from journey to journey, from one mountain to another. And the biggest healer is the nature, the tree, the plants, and the river, and the fresh air, and the noises of the wind blowing through the trees. So how blessed are we in California, where we can go to the beach, and the same day we can drive to Big Bear for snowboard or something like that. Yeah, we have the option to do all this thing. The biggest gift I can tell you, put your feet in the sand, sit by the ocean, ground yourself, and connect. And if you have any questions, ask us. We're here for you. We'll be doing, I don't know how Kim is going to decide when are we going to do this, or whenever the question.
Hi, Sonia. Yes. So we're just starting this now, just to get an idea of, what it would look like, who would show up. But we're going to start having some concrete days and times where we're going to meet up and do some kind of, again, alternative healing. Where Anita may do some yoga and Tai Chi meditation. Majid may, say, get your wetsuit on or not, and let's go into the ocean, ocean healing. Nothing better than that. I will be there. And, if you're struggling with stuff in your life and which path to go, I'm not going to do therapy, but you can have therapy through an appointment. I just would be practicing that on that day. I would be coaching. I would be guiding you and listening. You don't have to have a degree to do that. You can be a human being and just sit and listen and support and guide. And so that would be my biggest role.
And I'm
going to do yoga, and I am going to be so brave to jump in the ocean, Majid. Yes, I have to do that.
Motion, motion. You need to move. Our bodies were move, not sit here and type all day and get all hunched. We are designed to move in different directions. It's our birthright. A lot of us like stressed out because we're tense and all our muscles get tense. So what we want to bring to you is open up, breathe, open your heart.
I can breathe already. That's relaxing.
We can do a round of breathing. Let's take a moment to just take a nice inhale and exhale. Let's see where we're breathing from. Are we breathing from up here, where we're anxious and nervous, or are we breathing from our belly, nice and slow? So just right about one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Take a inhale.
But not Majid, he's driving.
Yes, no, but everybody else, just take a moment to see where you're breathing from. Where's your breath coming from? Is it coming up in your chest, or is it down on your belly? So if you feel tight in here, you're breathing from your chest and you're tight. This needs to be loose. You
that
want
would be me.
Inhale, feel your belly rise. And then exhale and visualize yourself blowing out a candle in front of you. Purse your lips. Again, take a nice slow breath in for 5 seconds. And soft exhale. Good. Remember, you're always one moment away from feeling better when you get your breath in check.
Yeah, I could tell I was breathing from the chest. Hi, Maurice. You joined. Majid, did you invite Maurice? Can't hear you.
I said Maurice will show up whenever I show up. He just wants to make sure
Maurice.
that I don't represent him wrong way.
Oh my goodness.
Hi,
Maurice. Thank you so much for introducing me to Majid. It's so funny. You and I were, Maurice and I were just talking at an event, and then here comes Majid, and then I don't know how long we talked, but it was all about mental health. And then Maurice has an amazing, what is it, like a series that talks
State of Mind. This YouTube channel goes State of Mind.
State of Mind that talks very openly about mental health.
The direct TV has taken a spot and giving him a time on TV, and we have a lot of celebrities show up on that show. We have a lot of incredible. Every Sunday he has an episode. So if you want to log in and check out the mental health he's doing, and he started from a cell phone. And I remember when I first started with this, we should post this up. And from there on, the rest is history. He's got over 100,000 followers, and he's incredibly spreading out and helping so many people. We have a lot of big, well-known art musicians and artists are coming over, and he's the advocate. And so that's why I think it's a great opportunity. People like him supporting us, coming in our channel, so he can tell us that we already have momentum, which is our first day here. Maybe we have 11 or 10 people, but I'm just happy to be in this and let our feedback to people. And I want people to know that this is accessible for anyone.
Right, Maurice? Kim, can you invite Maurice in?
Wait. Does Maurice want to come in?
Yes.
I think I have to invite him, or he can invite himself. Maurice, there we are. Invite. Okay, I sent an invite, and then Maurice.
Hey, what's up?
There you are. Hi, Maurice.
How you doing? I had to do my hair because I'm in bed and stuff. You know what I mean?
That's okay. Most of us were just like lounging around anyway. We just puffed up our
But
hair.
I'm better looking than Majid, so that's all that matters.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I think our first episode, we already have the biggest celebrity on our channel. That's amazing.
Oh, look, you guys jumped up to 4. Wow, 4.
Wow.
Let me get into the State of Mind room. Let me get into my...
Well,
I want to see you guys. I want to see you kickbox. I want to see you fight with Maurice. I wonder.
No, this guy's an animal, man. I can't do that.
Okay.
You could be nice about this. I'm not an animal. We just.
No, he broke my ribs, and I had to go to the hospital. And...
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Rob, can you come here? Give me your phone. This is hilarious.
All right, now we're talking. Now I'm in my...
Yeah.
See that?
So this was really just kind of inspired by meeting you, Maurice. Before we went to our event, I was watching your Instagram lives, and I just thought, here I am, a licensed therapist, but getting so much more out of your talks.
Well, listen, right now on the last one I just put out is the one I'm very proud of. It was a 6 years in a Thailand prison for murder he didn't commit. And it's a story that's just, even when I watched it again, I interviewed his mother first, who did everything to get him out. And I mean, 3 times they told him he was going to die. And he got out, and he's talking to me. But the beauty of the interview was not so much of how much they tortured him and everything, and it's how peaceful he is. It's unbelievable that you can be tortured for. I'll start crying because I'm pretty sensitive right now. But and then from there, I went to YouTube, and YouTube has become this thing. And I have celebrities, but I love having people, just anybody. Here's my goal. Here's my goal. And I don't mean to be on the channel talking about myself, but here's my goal.
Go for it.
I want to, and I'm going to do it soon. I'm going to call it State of Mind, taking it to the streets. And I want to talk to, I want to talk to homeless people, doctors, therapists. And I'm not going to bring him here to do it in the room. I'm going to do it outside. And then I'm going to put it out on YouTube as my second show. That's what my goal is.
You know,
I think that's great.
Right?
I think when Maurice told me that.
I can't, Majid. Okay, Majid. Let me explain something to you, Majid. And these beautiful ladies right now, I can hear them perfectly. Every time I talk to you in the car, it's like you're underwater. And you're still underwater. You got to fix whatever it is that's going on. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, perfectly.
How about me? Am I okay now?
Right now, you're okay.
You're okay, but it's hard to understand. Anyway, yeah. So that's what it is, and so I'd love to have you guys. I'll interview you guys.
Great.
I interviewed Majid, and the guy did really well. I mean, just because what I like to do is not be it's not an interview, it's just a conversation.
Exactly.
And I get to just, that's the beauty.
That's how it flows, right? It flows better that way when you don't have a script in front of you and trying to make it perfect.
I'm not a journalist. I just know how to. I take it like everything is my first date with someone.
I like that.
Except Majid. We had a lot of dates.
Lady Loves, where are you? Lady Loves wants to know where are you at? Where are you at, Maurice? I can't speak English.
I'm in my apartment in my this is where I shoot State of Mind. That's my dad who died 8 months ago. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm in my room here. It's cool. I got lighting and stuff, so I look better than Majid. That's all that counts.
Oh, do you have the ring light or just light?
Oh, I got lights, man. I got cameras. I got it all going.
Of course you have to.
And I got the other chair, and it sits. Everything's cool in here. I love it.
Donna said Maurice is a great actor and a great guy. Definitely. Great guy, great actor, yes. And just a great human being. And, these two togetger, Majid and
See
Maurice.
his phone? Now he got off. Why'd he get off? What happened?
He probably got disconnected. I'll get him again. I'm going to call you guys Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Eminem. Let's see who can come on here. A lot of requests.
How was your day today?
Who are you asking?
Maurice.
Oh.
Yeah, say it again. I couldn't.
Oh, I said, how's your day going? You hanging in there?
Yeah, I had a day off. I go back to work tomorrow, and it's been great. And I've been promoting this thing I told you about, and you know, it's what I do now. You know, it's weird because I've been on the same show for 30 years, and I don't really. It's like I don't really want to act. I want to keep doing you know, that kind of thing, the mental health, and just do that. And it's amazing that when somebody just said he's a great actor, whatever, I'm thinking, that's cool and all, but it's like I'm not in that frame of mind anymore. It's kind of interesting because for over 30 years I've been acting.
Yeah, you've been on for a long time, very long time. Yeah.
But still, I think more your purpose and calling.
Yeah. Look, I always say this story that when I was in the mental institution at 21 years old, I was strapped down to a bed. And I couldn't get, I was trying to get out, but you can't get out because you're strapped from your waist, your wrists, your ankles, and you're trying to get out. And there was a latch on the wall. And I remember I finally got to the latch. And I'm in a room with just 4 walls, a little room. And I grab the latch and I take it to my wrist, to metal about this long. And then I started praying. And I said, God, you got to help me now because and I finished praying. I took the latch, broke it in half, made it into a cross and put it by my bed.
Aww.
And I'll never forget, after that, I started praying again. And I said, God, why are you doing this? And deep down, I felt there was a reason. And obviously there was a reason. Oh, there he is again.
There he is.
Ruining my story. Had to come on
No,
at
no,
the punchline.
I was listening to everything you said, but here's the thing that I want to tell people. This is very important. And I think
good. You have a lot of people to tell, 242. So
yeah,
tell.
you guys jumping. It's good. I like this.
Well, the thing is, a world of a difference, because that faith will guide you and hold you from a thread to a rope to an elevator to all the way to 747 airplane where Maurice is today. And it all started from one little hope of trusting in his creator. I don't believe if you believe in God, you don't believe in God, but believe in the creator out there and who has managed to able to take you out. And he's the only one who's going to take you out. Yes, if you ask for help, he will help you. It doesn't look he won't help you, but reality is, look where is Maurice today. How a guy in the mental institution today is talking about, he's the advocate for mental institution. That's incredible. That is incredible. And having this faith, having this trust, and he ran away from the mental institution. He could have been locked in for the rest of his life. We would
I
never
escaped
see
it.
he ran away. That's another guts, I should
Yeah.
say. So that's why I respect him so many ways, because he stands for his right. He stands with good. We all have to stand for defending ourselves. Most people surrender in and just give in. Okay, this is my life. No, your life is a struggle. You're always going to have a struggle, but put it for the right cause.
Right. That's a Majid. That was one of the things I had posted that saying today. You don't realize. Oh God, I don't know what the post was, but something about you don't realize how chained up you've been until you move. Like, so you have to move in order to realize how you have chained yourself to your whatever is going on. So you gotta move. You gotta change up.
Yeah, I have suffered quite a lot. Even during the pandemic, I went through real tough. The thing is this, I've learned now, and that's what I kind of do on State of Mind. I won, like after that happened, because I thought I wasn't going to be here anymore. Let's just put it that way. In those 2 years, I've created State of Mind. I won 2 more Emmys. It's like, I would never imagine that. But, you know, I believe, I was talking to somebody yesterday, I don't want to get it. I've been talking a lot about God lately, and because I was kind of afraid to early on in my career, but lately I've been talking a lot about it. I think God makes us go through things because you need to go through it. And I think with me, a lot of it was ego and pride and God's way of saying, yeah, you need to be humbled a bit.
Yeah.
You need to, I need to do this to you. And I'm thinking, but how many times do you have to, how many times you got to do it to me? I mean, you know, pain, how much pain can I go through? But we can go through anything if it's all here, right? In the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd Majid go? Now he left again. I tell a
He's
good
right
story.
there. I see him.
Oh, now he's back. Anytime I'm talking good, Majid just seems to go.
It'd be interesting to. That would be fun to watch you guys playing whatever, I don't know, playing a game of something together.
When we talk to each other, we play each other. He knows that reality, that, you know, no matter what, if I get a chance, he'll swing at me, I'll swing at him, but I don't need to swing. That's the thing. A lion don't need to make noise, you know?
My ribs felt real good that one day.
That was about 15 years ago, and keep on reminding me, 15 years ago, I cracked your rib. It was just an accident. It was just an accident. Yes, I was the top fighter in the world at the time. Yeah, I'm so sorry, man, but you got to let it go.
No, I can't let it go.
It's 15 years ago we cracked the rib, and you're in the hospital. I'm so sorry that you couldn't sleep all night. The ribs are. I admit I did a mistake. I had no idea. I was the person who's, you know, at that time.
Maurice, hold on. There's a good question here. Hold on. Sorry, Maurice. Been there too, Maurice. Asking how strong do I need to be? You're going to be as strong. Here's how strong you need to be. You're going to be as strong as you need to be. That's how strong you need to be. You'll figure it out. You just got to keep moving forward. You just got to keep moving forward. What, Mach?
I was always saying, Maurice, that God will only put you in front of you, the opponent you can handle. Nothing comes in front of your life that you cannot handle. It's a purpose that everything has come in front of you for a reason.
Yeah, very true.
Maurice,
and we also have to say, Maj, you don't. It's not only God that you can believe. You have to. Like I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. I think the kid from Thailand. You can't do it. Life is too hard. You can't do it alone. I mean, maybe many people do, but I found that you have to have something. God, Buddha, Majid, something that, because
please forgive me. I have my friend
Buddha.
But that's true, right, Maj? I mean, it's really at times too difficult.
If you look at the biggest families, in your case, Sunny Cotel, the funny, it's all about family. In old times, we had families. Mafias had families. That's why they survived. That's why they conquered the world, because they were united as a family. They were giving each other advices and help. Without our group, we are social animals. And with our family, we can really have access to a lot of great strength. You know, if you know that, like Mike Tyson, the strongest fighter in the world, but the moment when his wife betrayed him on the television, the next thing happens to him, he got knocked out by Buster Douglas. The chance were remarkably low. What does that tell you? The strength of a human being, the strongest man in the world, but if he doesn't have his family, he doesn't have strength, it's over. Nothing. Nothing.
Majid, there's a question here I think is super important. First of all, if you're not following our On the Spot page, follow more, because we're going to do this again frequently. But Missy Lee has a question. My 16-year-old daughter suffers with some anxiety. Is there any advice you can give her? She's watching this with me right now. Adores you, Maurice. So Sunny, Maurice. But anyways, is there any advice for anxiety? That's such a big question, Missy. Because everyone's anxiety shows up differently. you know, and first, of course, you want to make sure everything is medically okay, but a lot of us are going through anxiety. So I would just be curious to know, you know, what it is that is triggering the anxiety. But I wonder, for you guys, Anita, how do you help people with that
I
anxiety?
breathe. I lie them down on the floor. I make them one hand on their chest, one hand on their belly.
Even with teenagers?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Breathing is the way out. It's the only way, because that's all we have is this one moment. I tell people, if you're anxious, you're thinking about something that's going to happen in 10 minutes, 10 days, a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you're depressed, you're thinking about the past. Let's just reel it right into the moment. Stay with me here. Let's focus on the inhale and the exhale. The mind's a super busy place. So breathing will slow your heart rate down and get you centered and get you peaceful.
Oh, I believe that. Yes, I do believe that.
Yeah, you know, anxiety is my instill, but I'm getting so much better. It's my biggest fear. I haven't had I've had 3 nervous breakdowns, but I haven't had a breakdown in 30 years. So I don't fear it.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah,
great.
because I've been taking my lithium and straight for
You got to
30
do
years.
it.
Yeah, yeah. So you're consistent with
My anxiety.
taking care of yourself. What you know what's important for you.
Yeah,
What
but anxiety has creeped up on. I always say it's like having 5 gears. You want to stay in first and second gear. You can go
yeah.
to third, but you don't want to go to fourth. You don't want to go to fifth. I was in sixth during the pandemic. So,
Yes.
and I'd never taken anything for anxiety. I always was able to breathe it out, like you
Yeah.
said, or it passes. But this one did not pass. I was at times shaking like a leaf. I've never had that. I was like this.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh no. And it lasted for 4 months because I couldn't get help. I couldn't get help.
Well, why couldn't you get help? I'm curious because there's a lot of people who are not able to get appropriate help. But what was that?
I did get help with the therapist,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to get into some not scary stuff, but
That's okay. This is what we're here for.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's my pet peeve. How's that?
Mm.
I was in horrible shape. I had a book coming out, and I had to promote the book on Zoom, and I had to do all these shows. And they didn't know that I was dying, so I'd be on Dr. Drew and Dr. Oz, and I was trying to get help from them, but they didn't know how bad it was, and I didn't want to tell them, look, I'm dying. Okay, I'm literally dying. So I had to do all this stuff. But so I did talk to a therapist, but I believe, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus because I love my therapist and this other.
Oh, please, you can throw any of us therapists under the bus anytime, because I'll be honest with you, in this field, some don't belong in the field. I'm sorry, I'm speaking from the truth. I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
It's mortifying. So this is why I'm trying to get out and do something different with this.
Well, here's the thing. Majid, that's good lighting for you. You look great.
Majid is great lighting.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Thank you.
I was in bad shape, and I let it be known I was in bad shape because I always want help. I'm the good kind of person who wants help. I'm not that guy who says I don't need it. I want help. They should have known that I needed a psychiatrist and I needed to take something.
You were not.
No,
nobody told you.
Wow.
No, I just
wow.
You know,
but Maurice I'm sorry, was this how long ago, like what decade? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit older too.
No, this is the pandemic.
Oh, during the pandemic?
So it was hard to get help because of the pandemic, but whoever I talked to should have said to me, listen, dude, you got to go. You're beyond, you're in bed, you know. And it didn't happen. So it was about 3.5 months of literally suicidal. Okay, I'm not.
Oh gosh.
I've talked about it, so it's not like a.
Yeah.
And then I finally went to a guy who was kind of like a quack, a psychiatrist, but he understood me. We got along, and he put me on Lexapro. And I'm telling you right now, if Lexapro, Majid was talking to me at the time, you know how bad I was. If Lexapro didn't work, I don't know if I'd be talking to you right now, to be honest with you. But Lexapro, it took the first 5 days of Lexapro was really hard. It's almost you're worse than you were before you started taking it. But then it started. I remember it was Saturday night. I said to my wife, I'd been taking it for 6 days, and I looked at her and I said, I think I'm getting better. And I hadn't said that in 4 months.
Wow.
And I was, and I did, and I went back to work. And I got through it. I got through it. But yeah, it was I'm very, and I'm hearing now that children can't get help. It's taken them 4 months to a year to get a psychiatrist. Children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason, Maurice, we started this program so we can.
Oh, it is. I'm so upset over that.
And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we're able to have access to people to give them, provide them. Like there's so many questions of anxiety and depression. And in my case, how would I able to help people that I'm dealing with? And what I do is, for example, if you have anxiety, first of all, physical release is very important. If you have to do about 20, 30 jumping jacks. So do something physical where you sweat. Heart rate has to be more than 6 to 7 minutes. If you can catch up with 6 to 7 minutes, if you can able to release that for 6 to 7 minutes, then you can sit down with yourself, take a pen and a paper, and be honest with yourself what bothers you. Write down on a pen and paper down. When you put in a pen and paper, write down, what are you doing? Now you're releasing from your chest to your mind into the paper. And what it's also doing, releasing and decompressing your compression from your heart. And physical, and if you think anxiety is picking up again, get up and start doing squats, or just start punching in the air, or start jump roping, or go for a walk. When you're going for a walk, being in the nature, jump in the ocean. If your nervous system is completely overly jacked up, you know what to do? Go jump in a shower, call extreme cold showers, get a hot shower. This is rebooting your nervous system. And I do it with so many musicians. After they come out of the concert, I take a bucket of ice and throw on the head and cool the nervous system down. This is how you reboot the nervous system. How I know is because as a fighter, you know what they do, the cold ice water in your neck. And what it actually does, it activates your parasympathetic nerve behind your neck and your face. So when I take people for cold plunge early in the morning without the wetsuit, I tell them to jump in the water, put the heads inside. When you put your head in the water, it numbs you, activates your nervous system to a calm behavior. And that is so important to connect with the nature instead of sitting in a room and going crazy. That's why Maurice, when he started boxing, there was some release to boxing. There was some release to going out, taking his dog for a walk outside, have some connection to something, and reading books, have interest in some hobby, point a subject where you have the energy, direct your focus, where you become creative and productive about this thing. Sitting in your bedroom and thinking about the problem is not going to solve it. There's an action taken to it, right? Am I right?
Maj, listen, everything you're saying is on point, accurate. What I talked about was when it's too late. Okay, so I feel the best way to prevent this stuff is to not let it happen. So what you're saying is all true. Meditating, that's the way. But once it kicks to the level that I was at,
you're gone. You've lost.
Yeah.
You can't think of what
nothing.
to do.
You can't have
You're gone. You're like 0 to 100. There's no. It's hard to.
You can't reel it back. You can't.
Right. So sometimes you do have to write through it.
Yes.
You know, a little bit until you can then go to the, put your head in the water and then do those other things.
But what you're saying, Maj, is all fantastic. And I'm starting to do it now more so, not as much as I should, but I just don't want, you don't want to get to that third gear or fourth. You got to stay in the first. And what you're saying is to help all that out. But if you let it go get professional help, please.
Immediately. Do not waste on any.
Don't wait like I waited.
Yeah.
it was just, it's not
Even
good.
though you're surrounded by so many people who know you well, and they can't even say you sometimes because they
No,
can't see the time bomb ticking
no.
inside of yourself. And even though I know you, and I knew right off the bat when I started talking to you at the time, I said, Maurice, I don't know if you know that, but you're not there. And then I was supposed to have had an interview. I took out the interview because I said, that's not
It
going to
was so
work there.
bad. I couldn't even
It was
talk.
so bad. And I'm like, oh my
I was
God.
like, yeah.
Uh,
What, I was like, oh man, and Majid's like, I had to cut you, man.
and
More,
I was talking to him to what to say,
finger
what to
pull.
yeah.
Anita, what about the finger pulls with Maurice, with the kind of work he
Going
does?
to add, because I lost a loved one to suicide.
Oh,
So I
Yeah.
know firsthand, anytime someone you think they're crying for help, they are. Always
yeah,
take that seriously. Just
yeah, yes. It's
Yeah.
tough though, you know. You know, suicide. It's like I say, there's nothing. It's hard because if somebody really wants to do that, they're gonna. It only takes. You know, I was alone every morning because my family sleep in right till like 12 o'clock,
right.
and every morning I could. You can't start. So when I say to people, don't feel guilty, that because there's nothing you could do really. You can do the best you can, but if somebody
Yeah.
really, as you
Really.
know,
And Maurice, a nurse friend of ours, Maj, Stacy, has jumped in.
oh
Stacy was
boy,
working in our psych department. She's
oh
really great. And what you're saying is, let me read you her comment because I don't know if you can see hers. Sometimes she says, sometimes it's a pure chemical imbalance that the holistic doesn't even touch.
yeah, I
You know,
know.
so
That's right. Mine's you know, I'm manic, you know, I'm bipolar, so it's a chemical imbalance. The anxiety, you know, look, I haven't really had anxiety. You know what I had? This is cool. Couple weeks, I haven't had anxiety in almost since the pandemic, almost 2 years. But 1 week I had anxiety with no fear. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. Like, I didn't have Freddy Krueger over here going, I got you, I got you. I just had the feeling, but I didn't have any. I was like, okay. And you just went through it, and that was it. And
but anxiety and fear kind of go together.
yes.
Right. So when we have all these basic emotions, you know, just 7 of them, where if you Google it, there's going to be hundreds of feelings. There's only 7 human emotions, and fear is one of them, anxiety.
Yeah.
It just depends on the level that you're having, because when we feel anxious, it's very important for us to listen to that and question ourselves, like, what is it I'm afraid of right now? What is
Yeah.
making me have this feeling, real
Yeah.
or imagined? Right.
Yes.
And once you can start having conversations with that, you can then respond to the anxiety so it doesn't get so big. Respond to the
Yes.
anger so it doesn't get so
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was
But
Maurice,
the
also,
shaking that I had?
when you were shaking,
Yeah.
that may have been a panic attack.
yeah, and also Maurice,
But I've never had that in another. I've never had my body shake, and
you know, Maurice, as you know, every time you change, every time you have a different, everything increases in a different level. Let's say you're
Mhm.
depressed. Next time you have depression, it gets deeper and deeper and deeper.
yeah.
People in the ring with me, and I notice how they would behave. If something adds, they just keep on adding up to that memory. And when you keep on adding up to the memory, the next thing you know, the guy is very close to a very different state of mind. Like, you know, when you have a state of mind of depression, the train effect is so fast. Within a couple of days, this guy could be lost in a different element, could be different planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they go very quickly. And that's why recognizing people's behavior, how they move, how they behave. And if you watch all the depression people, they go from one extreme to the other. They'll have party, 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 sad, sad, sad. Happy, 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 sad, sad, sad. and they will do drugs, they'll do everything possible to get them out of that feeling. And these are the signs when you see people going to drugs, or people going to one extreme with sports, or going one food addiction, or going to buying clothes, or buying things, or getting into sex or alcohol. Everything they do, it becomes an addiction to fix a problem. But the reality is a bigger problem of chain effects. And when you see all these patterns of anything extreme, that's something alarming. And if you see yourself doing something more than too much, you should, okay, you know what? I'm doing too much. I need to control myself. And this is one thing I can tell to everybody. When you have addiction to one thing, you need to check out what's going on. Why are you going out of the element? Why are you spreading out way fast? And I think that's the number one sign. And most visual to yourself, I think finding yourself, hey, I'm behaving in a certain way. This is not normal. Do not follow your desire. During the state of panic, you start following your desires, and that's the number one form. Even if you don't believe in chemical imbalance, which is,
Anita.
and I think the number one thing is to recognize that every religion or custom says, do not follow your desires. The moment you do that, because now you work in an autopilot, you have no more control. And if you look at Maurice will tell you, anything he wanted right there and then. If he didn't get that, he'll become sick to anything possessed. So the biggest meditation teaches you to control your emotion, control your feelings.
Majid, I want to tell you some of the things people are saying. They're loving this conversation.
Great conversation.
Great conversation. Erica, one of my friends, Erica's here. She says that what you're doing is so amazing. I was trying to explain to her, but I'm like, no, you just got to come on. We're just going to talk about it, and then you'll see.
And this wasn't planned. I wasn't.
No, not at all. Yeah, we were just winging it. I think that's kind of the best. But
cool.
Yeah, but Anita had something very, very awesome. For all of us, I use her technique too, the finger pull when I'm, in a very
I'm going to do that. What's the thing? Let me see that finger.
Okay.
So awesome.
Dr. Troy Behar, she created Mindology Fitness, and I became certified as one of her trainers. There's something called emotional finger hold releases.
Okay.
So when you're dealing with grief,
yes,
your thumb, take a nice inhale, exhale until that emotion goes away. When you have fear, when you're pointing, your fear, you grab that finger.
The index, this one?
Fear is your pointer, your index.
Okay.
So when you're angry, what finger do you think you're going to squeeze?
This one.
This one.
Oh, no.
It's right in.
Yes.
Right.
So before you get married, what are we? We're worried. That's the ring finger. Squeeze and breathe until the emotion goes away. And then your pinky is related to feeling short or low self-esteem. Squeeze and breathe.
I'll never squeeze that one.
Okay.
That's good.
But I like this one. So you squeeze and you breathe.
And the anger, when you get angry, just grab it.
Grab it. Yep.
Just grab it.
Just grab it, squeeze and breathe. Squeeze and breathe until that goes away.
So the index would be anxiety, right?
Fear or anxiety.
Yeah, same thing. That's awesome.
I love that stuff. See, I'm into all that because I need anything because I'm so afraid of the anxiety. So
well, that makes just right there, being afraid of the anxiety. That's something really hard to work with, because we're supposed to have anxiety as humans. It's natural. We're supposed to have it to run from danger, from real danger.
Yeah.
Look how interesting it is that every culture allows a physical contact with another human being when they deal with each other. In cultures, they shake hands. Some people hug hands. Some people hug each other. And this human connection, when you exchange this...
It's Majid again, messing up.
Majid, what are you doing?
I'm so sorry.
Hey, listen, Majid, I got to go eat, but listen, you talked about addiction, right? And this is no lie. My wife and my son, I felt like I was in an intervention, man. And they're right. But so they're like, do you think you're addicted to social media? And I said, I don't think so, but I don't. And then my son goes, well, we do. And do you think you can not do social media for a week? I said, I'll let you know if I'm addicted, if I can't. and then what he did, which was very smart, and I go, oh boy. He grabbed my phone and he went through how many hours I spend on social media a day.
Wow.
How many a day?
16.
It was like 8, 9
That's
hours a day. Now,
Yeah.
you have to understand something.
That's your work too.
It is business, right?
True.
I
That's
could probably
true.
cut it in half, but it is business. I have to promote state of mind. I have to, but you get carried away. Yeah, I know I'm obsessed. That is a fact. But addicted, we'll see. If I can't do it a week, then probably.
Yeah. Anyway, I know what it is, but anyway, I gotta go, guys.
All right, I gotta go too. Hey,
Okay, you gotta
let's
go.
do it again.
Look,
Hey.
we're gonna do this once a week. That's our intention.
Yeah.
Let's do it, and I'll come in when I can, and it's fun, man.
Yeah,
I had a
I
good time
love
with you
this.
guys.
Thank
Had a
you,
good
Maurice.
time with you guys.
Thank you.
Usually with Majid, it's
ball.
it's not that fun, but with you guys, it was fantastic.
Well, thank you
Nice
for showing up,
meeting you,
Maurice. Thank
Maurice.
you. Ciao,
All
guys.
right. Have a good evening, you guys.
All right, bye.
Bye. Let me close this.